What's up, everybody? It's me, Lou Wilson. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about something kind of heavy. Mental health. Specifically, how it was Mental Health Awareness Month like a couple of months ago, maybe February. I'm not sure, but I saw a lot of posts about it online. And those posts, they made me think. And I thought, hey, this feels like a huge opportunity for me to be known as a guy who also cares about mental health. So I said, Lou, you're a champion. People love watching you and engaging with you. What if you made some super tight, so fucking fun, sick ass, brand new, sponsored mental health content online? And that's what we're here to do today, baby. I got my boy Paul Bizark. He's like a legit mental health guy. And you got me, good times, funny man, talented actor Lou Wilson. And together, we're gonna sit here and change the world by doing therapy online. But we can't really call it that for like legal reasons. But you know, whatever. Welcome to Trauma Dump with Lou Wilson. We might have intro music or something play, but. Welcome, Paul. Paul, thanks so much for being here today. I've never done therapy before, Paul. Can you just kind of describe it for us a little bit? Like, what is therapy?
Well, I want to go back to actually what you have said that you want this to be. So I heard you said it was supposed to be tight.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever seen anyone do therapy before?
No.
What is your understanding of what it is?
Like that it's like you sit with like a person, right? Like when you got like stuff going on, right? You sit with them and you talk about stuff or stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk about just what really matters to you.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
In your life, usually.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's like you're talking about like life stuff and like stuff that happened to you like in the past and stuff.
But so let me ask you this. You've set all this up, right?
Yeah.
What would need to happen in this for you to think it was good?
Like if we did just some really cool, really deep, profound kind of talking about us and stuff, you know? If we just kind of got to it, you know, we dug in, you know? Is that because I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to come out of therapy
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think but I also, you know, I feel pretty good. I think if anything, part of what I want to do is show people that therapy is awesome and cool. And so if we show that therapy is fucking sick, and fun, I think that's part of my goals in kind of doing this.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I do actually want to harp on something you're saying though.
Yeah.
Which is that this isn't actually therapy.
No, legally
right?
we can't call it that.
No, and it actually isn't.
Okay.
Because I'm not your therapist.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But what we can do here can be therapeutic.
Yes.
And it's a problem that actually people think that therapy owns anything that can be therapeutic, you know?
Okay.
We can just be two people having a conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe it will be deep and tight and fun.
Hey, let me be clear. It's going to be all those fucking things, all right? Don't fucking worry.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you said dig in.
Yeah.
Dig into what?
I don't know. I feel therapy is like giving advice to people and stuff. So you know, I feel we're digging into what's going on and what we're feeling so that we could break something open, you know?
Yeah, what are you feeling?
You know, I'm feeling a lot of things, but I think a part of in kind of making this about everybody is I actually asked my fans, I asked chat to give me some questions that we could kind of kick the session off with, you know? So this one comes from Shannon. Thank you, Shannon. Hey Lou, this is Shannon. I'm wondering if you have any tips on how to make friends as an adult. Thanks. P.S. Fabian is my favorite. Papa. I don't friends is I'm pretty sick on friends, but you know, just kind of that as a jumping off point.
Yeah, does that question resonate with you?
I see where you could like come from, like looking for friends as an adult, but I'm pretty locked in, you know. I got like 165,000 followers on Instagram, you know. I got my boys, you know. So like I don't really, that doesn't like, that's not something I think about. But you know, I think like for Shannon and a lot of people out there, like that's like a good, like, you know, thing to talk about.
So you're locked in on your friends.
Pretty locked in, yeah.
What would your advice to Shannon be?
Shannon, you got like well, like like well, it's like an interesting thing, right? Because like I've had my friends forever, like we go all the way back, you know. Like we've been doing stuff, like I make a lot of friends on set. So like I don't know, Shannon, you, if you work somewhere, like get drinks with the homies, you know. Like that's a lot of my friends come from like being on set, and you know.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, of
I'm not
course.
sure if you're trying to make me laugh and if I'm supposed to laugh for what this is. Should I or
I mean, it's a good time. Like,
It is a good
if
time.
you're laughing, we're having a good time.
Okay.
Like, I feel like you laughing is great for me.
okay?
It's
Your collar before we get to
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
What do I do?
There you go.
This.
there it is.
Got it.
Hey, we're trying to make sure the homie's looking right on camera.
So you were saying this is fun.
Yeah, it's like fun. Laughing is great. You know, we're
I
about
agree.
looking good and feeling good. You know.
okay, got it. You're a funny person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I do a lot of comedy videos online, that kind
Okay.
of stuff.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm going in blind here, so I'm not
Yeah,
really
of
sure.
course. No, yeah. Well, you got to ask questions, right? That's a part of mental health.
Yeah, and this is the first time that you've sort of gotten into this subject.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, totally.
Cool. So you're locked in on your friends.
Pretty locked in, yeah.
Shannon, go out and get drinks with your homies.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a big, like, I don't know. I've made a lot of friends, like just like being fun and like, you know, like I think I got like a personality that kind of like, you know, brings people together and stuff, you know.
Should I say what I think?
Yeah, like totally, yeah.
So good, great advice there. One thing I can tell you that I think people maybe don't think about enough is that bonds are formed by shared emotional experiences.
Real.
So if you think about it, like in high school, a lot of the time we'll make friends that we'll actually keep for the rest of our life,
Uh-huh.
you know. And then in more young adulthood, it's like we'll have friends that come and go. Why is that? The difference is usually that period of life when we're teenagers is so full of like inevitably emotional experiences that the people we went through it with we have bonds forever,
Uh-huh.
right? And so as an adult, if you have repeated experiences with people but they're not highly emotional, you're very likely not to like create that much of a bond with anybody. You're looking at me like you're confused.
No, like no, I like it's so like that's why we're doing this. You know, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's because we want to get into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll have an emotional experience here.
Yeah. And then what? Like we got to do that like again and again, and that's so like you could okay, yeah, totally.
Do you want to do it again and again?
What?
What you just said, or this, I guess.
This like I think this is I want to like make stuff like I don't know. We invested in like this is it. This fucking sign, you know.
Yeah, this
we
sign.
like this like we wanted to make like a space where we could like get into this kind of stuff.
Sure.
So you know we're gonna be back. You know we got to get our money's worth on the sign. It was expensive.
I
So,
love the sign.
It's good, right?
Do you have PTSD?
What? What's I like well BTS DTF.
Right. Are you DTF?
You already know I'm DTF.
Okay.
But no, I was just Googling some, you know, it's like trauma dump as well. I was just Googling mental health stuff and I was like, oh, that's funny.
I was wondering this. So trauma dump is just a title. It's not really something that you are you choosing because it personally resonates to you.
Well, you know, I'm always, well, you know, friends will like trauma dump on it. You know, like when you're sending those like big texts when you're like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened at work today. Like that's, you know, we do those sometimes, me and the homies.
You get those texts?
Yeah. And I send those, you know, we do it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you describe in those texts?
You know, just like, you know, yo, Craig was wild at work today. Like, you won't believe it. And he was like coming at me with some energy. And then I was giving it back to him, you know, just kind of like interactions that I like, you know, stuff that like makes me like upset or like mad, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you upset?
uh, like, normal, like shit that makes everybody mad. Like when you get like cut off in traffic, you're like, no, no,
And then you go and send a block text about that.
no, like that's pretty like chill.
So what would happen? What is something that might happen that would make you send a block text?
Um, like uh, uh, you I don't know, like if somebody online like says some shit, and then I would like screenshot it and then like send it to a homie and be like, can you fucking believe what these people are saying? That kind of stuff, like a lot of stuff, like, interactions online when, it's not as chill or not as tight. Like sometimes that kind of stuff can get at me in a way that makes me like wanna kind of, um, like hit up the homies to be like, these people are crazy.
Lou, what are you feeling right now?
What do you mean?
When I asked that question, what's something that could make you send a block text? Can you remember what were you feeling the minute I asked that question?
Like inside?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, it's so funny. Inside feelings is making me think about something I wanted to talk about kind of separately, which was my book that I've been working on for a while. It's called Yes and 8 Tools to Improvise Your Way to Success and to End Mental Health without pharmaceuticals. Or just kidding. Maybe I am. Some like, but I've been working on this book for a really long time that talks a lot about kind of like my feelings and kind of is about kind of using some of the tools that I like have learned through years of like performing comedy and kind of how to use those to like overcome mental illness. So you can check that out online. It's available on Amazon ebooks. I published it myself. Please check that out. Yes and 8 Tools to Improvise Your Way to Success and Ending All Mental Health. Mental illness. But sorry, what was the question you were asking?
Not gonna try to end mental health.
What?
Yeah. Will you tell me if I'm gonna ask you a question that's making you too uncomfortable?
Yeah, bro. Yo, this is a safe space. That's another one of those words I found online.
Okay. Would you just take a few deep breaths with me?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lil woosah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
This is what I do with elementary schoolers, okay?
All right. Yeah.
Think of this as a flower.
Okay.
Okay. As the fingers expand, right? Yeah.
You want to breathe in? Yeah.
By the time they get here, just get to the top of your breath. Yeah.
Got it.
And then as they go down. Ready?
Great.
Ready? Make them real breaths.
Is there such a thing as fake breathing? But no. Okay. Or you want like through the nose kind of stuff?
Just like a person breathes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel any more relaxed?
I mean, like, yeah, more chill. My like heart.
Yeah.
I can feel like, the shoulders come down, the heart rate.
You don't have to be totally chill. I'm just wondering that there's this kind of split between like you and I talking, and then
like the looking at the camera and stuff. Like, well, because I'm like thinking about chat. I got my director Bree in the building, making sure we keep the sponsors happening, making sure I plug the book. Keep the merch flowing.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you think your audience wants to see?
I think they want to see me be me. Of course, they want to see Lou do Lou. And then, but I think the thing I'm trying to bring to them, because like I'm like, a person who's of influence. I'm mad. People look to me. They look to me for answers and shit. I'm out here trying to give them some knowledge, So I want to make sure, I want to be real about like talking about this really important thing that everyone is like, is important. And I'm a part of that, I'm a part of like connecting with that and kind of sharing that with them. They look to me. They're like, they look to me for answers, and like I want to be able to give it to them.
Yeah.
On this like really important kind of like, thing we're all really thinking about and talking about.
You said that like you wanted to make something that would like kind of dig deep and make something kind of profound.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting tension here though, because every time it gets even at the beginning of the path of that, you look to the camera and do something like big and showy for them. And I'm wondering if that is a way to not do the thing you said earlier that you want to do.
Uh-huh.
And I'm okay with either, actually. Like, if you don't want to do that,
No,
that's totally fine.
no, that's important to me.
Yeah.
It's important
It
to me
is. Okay.
because I think like that's how I show them that that this is like this is real. And also this just feels like a good time to mention that now available online is Lou Juice. Lou Juice is a sparkling alcoholic beverage. We're just debuting our new flavor, Lumen Lime, and you can order it with Alexa. Shit, I'll do it for you right now. Alexa, order 3 cases of Lou Juice. But I really do want to get into it.
Yeah, so that's amazing that you just did that. So, like, what just happened in your mind that made you go talk about Lou Juice?
Well, I just felt like it felt like a good moment to kind of get the brand out, and let people know that Lou Juice is available.
Yeah.
Lumen Lime flavor is delicious.
Yeah.
I just felt like I wanted to kind of make space to kind of share those other sides with them. Because, I provided for them both on this kind emotionally. And then I also, I'm also providing that drink.
Do you remember, like, what exactly happened right before you went to go talk about Lou Juice?
No.
We were talking about, like, getting into that more, like, emotional, more raw thing.
Uh-huh.
And frankly, I think I lost my own train of thought because I was thinking about
it happens,
I was thinking about Lou Juice. It does happen.
Lou Juice.
It happens.
I'll get you some. I'll get you a case.
Okay.
It's great. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, no, I want to do the real thing. I want to do the real thing because I think they need to know that the real thing can be fun. It can be cool.
Okay. What's your honest answer to this?
Okay.
Are we here for them or are we here for you?
Why not both?
I agree.
Like, what's that commercial? ¿Por qué no los dos?
I don't know what that means.
¿Por qué no los dos?
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's something a little girl says in a commercial when she's looking at tacos or something.
So,
I think it's Spanish for why not both.
Oh, great. Yeah, exactly. I think the way both happens is if we make it about you. If you think of it that way.
Okay.
It will then be for them. That's if the audience wants that. I don't know your audience.
Nah, chat's on board. Chat, let them know. Chat, let them know. We can get into Lou. If getting into Lou helps you,
yeah,
then we can get into Lou.
Can we ask them? Do you like?
Yeah, chat. Let's get some 7s in the chat if we're going in on Lou. If y'all want to get deep on Lou, I need some 7s in the chat right now. I need some 7s in the chat right now. We getting 7s in the chat? We getting 7s in the chat? We getting 7s in the chat. We going in on Lou.
This is amazing. You have an amazing like overflowing of energy. Is this normal?
Yeah, well, of course, dude. I gotta bring it for the fans.
Like when those are off. I haven't met you. Like, is this what you're always like?
I think so. I think people who meet me, I try and make life joyful for everybody. I bring a little bit of this to the supermarket. I bring a little bit of this to the Pet Boys. I bring a little bit of this wherever I go. I bring a little bit of this to therapy.
You to therapy?
Well, I got you laughing.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you've been to therapy before.
No. I just mean like in this space and us being in therapy, I feel like I'm bringing the energy.
This is not therapy.
Again, legally, this is not therapy. This is not therapy.
This isn't therapy.
This is not therapy.
Yeah.
We're in agreement on that.
Yeah. We're in legal agreement
We're
on
in
that?
legal agreement.
Yeah.
But no, so we got the 7s in the chat. I got the energy. Let's dig in.
So the next time that you look straight to the camera,
okay,
I just want both of us to try to like remember what exactly caused you to do it.
Got it.
Okay?
100%.
What did I do? How do you understand what I just said?
You're saying that if I ever feel a need to like talk to the camera, maybe mention one of my products or something like that, you want me to acknowledge like what was going on in the moment before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Shake on it. There it is.
Okay, great.
There it is.
We made it a compact.
We made it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where do I think we should go now?
Where's he gonna go, Chad? Where's he gonna go?
Well, let's just practice for 1 second right now.
Okay.
What's going on in your mind? How is this conversation so far?
It's great. I feel like we've like done. I feel like that shit you said about friendship.
Okay.
That's exactly what we're making people feel good. We're telling people how to think about themselves and their lives. Like I think that was awesome.
Yeah.
And like, and then I feel like I've been having a good time,
Yeah.
So I feel great. I feel really good right now.
You feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you feeling like joy?
Yeah. A lot of joy.
Okay.
Overflowing with joy.
What about this has made you feel joy?
We got the whole crew here. Everybody's feeling good. The sign looked great. I'm glad because we spent a lot of money on it. You have been like awesome, like a really chill dude, and like really knowledgeable. So like you feel like the right person to kind of help me on this mission and this thing that I'm now a champion of. So I just feel like all the pieces are coming together in a really like sick way.
That's awesome.
Everything I dreamed when I was thinking about this is coming true, and that feels good.
Okay. Can I be honest?
Of course.
You look incredibly uncomfortable.
Is it? I mean, it's a really fun chair. Bree did the set, so like I didn't really have a lot of is the chair's a little weird. Is it maybe the chair?
And this isn't me trying to call you out,
Yeah.
right? But when there's a sharp contrast between like what you're saying you're going through and then what kind of it really looks like you're going through, I want to see if that's because you are like not aware of it, or maybe I'm actually perceiving it wrong. I could be totally wrong. Am I wrong?
What?
That you're uncomfortable?
Well, like I'm comfortable.
Not physically, like emotionally.
Emotionally. Well, it's like my first time at therapy, so there's a lot of new things here.
Yeah.
A lot of new, and again, legally not therapy. But I think this is my first time kind of talking about this stuff that I'm a champion of now, and so I think there's definitely like we're in a new element.
Yeah.
That I'm like hoping we'll feel more comfortable one day. But I've never. I was a little nervous to some of the questions you like might ask me, and like, so like that. Maybe that's what you're catching up. Maybe that's what like catching a few of those strays.
This is brilliant, Lou. This is awesome. What were you nervous about?
What
were you nervous, I might ask?
I'm an open book. Chat knows I'm an open book, and I love to talk about my life and like get into the realness. But I think in terms of like what was I nervous about, I mean, like I don't even know. Like I don't even know what I've never done anything like this, so I didn't even know like what kind of questions you were gonna ask. But like I guess there just may be some things that like I just wanted to make sure we were having fun. I wanted to make sure we were having fun, having a good time.
There it is.
That's all. What?
There it is. Sort of moving over to fun when it's getting like vulnerable. Is that a thing you think?
What do you mean?
Does that happen outside of this conversation?
What do you mean?
In your life.
Okay.
Would you say that? So you're making people laugh all the time, right?
All damn day.
Do you think there's anyone in your life who thinks that it's hard to have a conversation with you because sometimes you pivot to making them laugh when they need to talk about something else?
I don't think it's hard to talk to me. I think people love talking to me.
Yeah, and that's not what I asked. Do you think that there's anybody in your life who would say that?
Say what?
That it was difficult to talk to you because of this pivoting to making people laugh?
Well, but people love to laugh.
People do love to laugh. They also like to connect, right?
Yeah. You were talking about that with friendship.
Exactly. Yeah. And the funny thing about that thing about shared emotional experiences is that you don't have to be sharing laughter.
Mm-hmm.
You could be sharing sadness. You could be sharing anger. Sharing really any emotion, if you're on the same page about it, is bonding. Have you ever bonded with somebody over something that wasn't just laughing?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah. Like what?
You know, funny movie. Uh,
Yeah.
some like you know, me and my boy, we both love Outkast, the rap crew. We love to listen to Outkast.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What do you feel when you listen to Outkast?
you know, I think like Andre 3000 is just like the greatest rapper of all time, like a truly brilliant lyricist.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, I think that's like there's a level of like artistry there that's like that's what I seek to be like, you know, for everything that I do, you know, like comedy,
Yeah.
mental health, you know, all this stuff. Like I want to be like a master of it.
You feel like awe when you listen.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good
It's
one.
like it's like oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you can bond over awe.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Have you ever bonded over a negative emotion?
Uh like what? Like in terms of like what do you mean?
You know the negative emotions like
Like sadness or
Yeah.
like whatever?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like nah, cuz you know, I don't think like I like tend to like kind of, you know, like, you know, when that shit comes my way, I'm like, bitch,
Yeah,
you know.
you're like fighting them off.
Oh, not fight. You know, it's a stiff arm. You know, you can't get at me.
Oh, I thought it was some martial arts.
No, that's you know, little.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So what was this?
Like you know, it's like a stick. You know,
Keep
get
it.
out of my way. You
Yeah.
know, I'm stepping. You know.
Yeah.
So I try not to like you know linger in those kind of thoughts or
I know.
feelings. You know
I have a feeling I've seen you stiff arm a few times.
what? Like
With this.
today?
Yeah, with that.
What you think? Like. Nah, man. Nah. Like I'm not like I feel like I don't want to I'm not here to argue, all right? I'm here to get into it, man, you know?
Yeah.
No, but I like, you know,
Do you think we're arguing?
no I just feel like I feel like you're trying to say that like I feel like you're trying to say that like I'm not about that negativity. Negativity is an important part of mental health. I'm embracing that. I'm about it, right? But like I'm you know I'm not trying to stiff arm. If I'm stiff arming, you let me know. I'll stop.
Yeah. Actually, if I'm stiff arming you should let me know too.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable.
No, man,
right?
you're not making me feel uncomfortable at all.
Well, because you said you thought it was like we're arguing.
Yeah.
It's actually a really strange world you live in because you're seen all the time, right? I'm trying to give you an experience of like being seen without the need to perform for me, and it seems to be making you really uncomfortable.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Would you say not at all?
Not at all. I'm not uncomfortable at all.
Really?
I'm totally. I mean, in the ways that it's like, oh, this is like new, like, but I'm embracing new. I'm about new. New's sick.
It's uncomfortable when you want to stiff arm, right?
Well, I'm not stiff arming out of discomfort. I'm stiff arming because I'm on a path. I'm charging forward, you know, and I'm not trying to get slowed down, you know.
Negative emotion would slow you down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. What's that word? Wallow. I ain't wallow.
Yeah. It's actually really so what do you think negative emotion is for?
Oh shit. Oh shit. We're on a break, I think.
Are we on a break?
1 second.
Are you stiff arming right now?
No. Hold on. My private chef is asking me what I want for dinner. Baked chicken ricotta meatballs plus creamy sauce and pasta. That sounds good. Ooh, French dip and mashed potatoes. sounds fucking. Ooh, I just got so hungry. Sorry, we'll get back to it in a second.
Yeah, it's your time.
Have you done your Spotify Wrapped yet?
Lou.
Yeah.
Lou,
Did you
let's,
put the phone away?
if we could.
Okay, we're back on?
Yeah,
All right. Sorry.
We're actually on the whole time.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought we were on a break. My bad.
Oh, you actually thought we were on a break.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
it's kind of my show.
Yeah.
So, I was
You
like,
made it a break.
well, I thought, we have
Yeah.
like some cues and things, and I thought I saw.
Remember the deal we made
What was that?
about if you were gonna sort of pivot to a different
Yeah.
area, we'd try to see what actually caused that.
Yeah.
Do you?
Can I get my towel? Sorry, I'm sweating a little bit with the lights and all. Yeah, thanks, Doc. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think caused you to get into all that with your phone?
When you were asking me about like negative emotions,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't wallow,
Yeah.
and like,
What do you think negative emotions are for?
like, I mean, what are they for? Like, see, this is the real shit, chat. This is us really getting into it. Watch it.
What just happened?
What?
Why did you look at the chat just now?
Because I just didn't want chat to miss it. Like chat. People go walk away from their keyboards.
Miss
Yeah.
what? Miss what?
They miss like the moment. You got to let them know when like real moments are about to happen and shit.
What was making that real?
Like, well, we're talking about fucking negative. We're getting into it.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the fun stuff. We're still having fun, but we're not. We're not talking about the.
Okay, so get back into it.
Yeah.
What are they for? You think? I'm not challenging you. Like, I just wonder what you think.
Like, what are they for? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, if I could never be sad, I'd never be sad.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't like being sad. I don't like being mad.
If you could not feel physical pain, would you choose that?
Like, as a superpower, no, I'd be invisible.
But why invisible?
I just think it would be cool to be able to be like places but not be seen, and like it could also be sick to be like, what's up? Like, oh, you can't see, like you can't see me, like it would just be fun to be able to like disappear and then like reappear, like scare the homies,
Yeah, I'll keep noticing this contrast between being seen and now I actually didn't even know that you had this desire not to be seen.
Well, I'm just like a lot. I like flight would also be sick, but I think like invisibility is probably the sickest.
Yeah.
Like superpower.
See, it does seem like you're kind of striving to be invisible
What?
by showing them something else.
What? Nah. What? No. What? Like chat sees me. Like chat sees the real me.
I understand. That's good. I mean, like, you do you. Like, you have to put on your.
Hey, it's
your
all
show.
I can do, dog.
I'm just going by what you said, which
Okay.
is that you kind of wanted this to be a little distinct from normal, where you really show who you are, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be hard for an invisible hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to kind of try to do something that you don't usually do. Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're looking at me with
What?
I saw your eyebrows
What?
jumped a little bit, and what are you feeling right now?
I like that you're laughing, right? Because it means we're having a good time.
Yeah?
But
I'm having a great time.
well, I feel like I don't know. I'm like confused because I feel like you took the sick power of invisibility and made it some shit that it's not.
Yeah, we'll get back to this for a second because I want to go back to what we were talking about
All right. Yeah.
for some context.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are uncomfortable with emotions, I think they don't actually believe that they're useful at all, right? But if you were in a car and you didn't actually know what any of the signals meant, you'd be kind of bad at driving that car, right? Any of the signals that would come up on the dashboard or stuff like that.
like check engine.
Yeah,
like
even though
tire.
when those things come up, they kind of are stressful. Yeah?
Yeah, they're fucking annoying.
Yeah. So if we call this signal-based coping, is when you don't want to feel the emotion. It would be like being like putting your hand over the signal on the dashboard because the signal's causing you stress. So you just don't want to see it. That's a really bad call, right? Because then you wouldn't know what it was trying to tell you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want to know how to drive this car, which is just you and your life, you probably want to be very familiar with those signals and not actually try to just hide them. Yeah?
Yeah.
But if you're stiff arming them, what's that like?
That's like you're blocking the signals.
Exactly.
Holy shit! I think we did it, everybody. I think we're doing it. We're solving mental health in this moment. Watching it happen. Let's get some sevens in the chat.
What did you just do?
What? I let everybody know that this is the realness. You're giving me exactly why I'm doing this,
Okay,
man.
great. Yeah.
This is exactly why I'm doing it. You're giving us like that's it, man.
Yeah, and just for the future, it's because I know sometimes when I ask questions, they seem rude or can be challenging, but it's for this exact reason. It's like maybe it'll make something come up, and we just want to see how you react to it and practice reacting to it in a way that lets you actually feel what you're going through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you understand what I just said?
Can you say it again?
When I ask these questions that sound like they might even be a little rude, like
Yeah.
you look uncomfortable, what are you feeling? You know?
Yeah.
It's because you might be feeling something that you're trying to
I'm
not look
trying
at,
to
right?
not read the car, but
Exactly.
I can't drive the car if I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Yes, bro, we're
Yeah.
doing it, man.
And what's really weird is actually men are worse at this.
Ooh.
There's something called, so alexithymia, right, is basically the symptom of,
Alexa, buy me a case of Lou juice. Sorry, I had to sneak one in.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Alexithymia is our inability to actually read our internal cues. And men are typically a little more alexithymic than women, probably for reasons that are obvious. Like we're just not really told that we're supposed to be feeling. Have you ever received any messages about like, as a man, how you're supposed to relate to sadness?
From what do you like from who? Like nobody ever was like, don't be sad.
They weren't.
Nah.
Why did you stop? Why did you start wanting to stiff arm sadness?
Well, just cause like sadness, like it's not fun, It's not party. And I'm party.
Your party.
I'm party, baby. Hey, when you don't lose in the building, we having a good time.
What's something that has made you feel sad?
God damn. I don't fucking know, man. What makes me feel sad? Pixar movies.
Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
Oh shit. Like I feel like that's the whole point of them. All of them.
All of them.
I was watching Inside Out too, though. That shit.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Do you mind if I spoil it?
Please.
So Riley and all of the she's like having a hard time like fitting in with everybody, right? And like her like anxiety's taking over and shit. And bro, it's so fucking intense. Just like the end, and she's like she got her two like best friends like from childhood, and they ain't like getting along, and she like they're like going at it, and she's trying to impress all the cool kids, but then the Joy gets in there, and they everybody working it out together, and then it's all good at the end. It's but in that moment when everything's not working, I'm like, I wish it would all work out, and then it does. So,
What's the kind of takeaway from how the emotions all relate to each other?
I don't know. That's crazy up in there.
Is it like they're supposed to work together? I remember in the first one, it's like it was about how maturity is letting a memory be both happy and sad at the same time.
I don't really the ending. I don't really remember. Like it was just kind of, what was the ending? It was what are you supposed to take away? Like I don't know. Like that. I don't know. Anxiety's like kind of wild.
Anxiety is wild, huh?
Anxiety's wild, man. It's like a whole tornado.
How do you deal with anxiety?
I don't really. I like. The flower and shit. I don't know. Like I feel like anxiety like doesn't come up like too often, you know. But I did that Calm app that one time, and you know, shit like that.
But you must feel anxiety like pretty frequently. Just people do.
Uh,
How do you deal with it?
no. We like, you know, yeah, no.
Can I ask you, how do you stiff arm? That's really interesting. How do you stiff arm?
You just keep going, man. You just don't let people charge you down, you know. And if one thing's not working out,
Do something else.
keep moving, you know.
Shift your focus.
Yeah, don't lose that stride, you know. Don't let them knock you off your pace, you know. I'm on my track, you know, and you know, just negative shit is always gonna keep coming from me, and that's why I gotta keep moving, you know.
Do you want to change it all?
Nah, like, what do you, like, I'm always trying to get better. Always, you know, faster, better, stronger, you know.
Yeah, how?
I work out.
Oh no, I mean like how do you hope you keep developing in your life?
We asking the big questions now. You know, I'm always trying to, you know, access new opportunities, you know, shit like this, you know, oh, is mental health hot right now? Like, let me get on that, you know. I'm always looking at opportunities, you know. I'm always looking for if there's something that's accessible to me that I could take advantage of, that I could, like, you know, if there's a new skill I could kind of access. I'm always diving in there, you know. I don't leave nothing on the table. I eat, all right? I eat.
What would you get if you take advantage of it correctly?
Like, you know, some more followers, you know, meet some people, network, you know, build out the network.
If you get more followers, more people are going to see you.
Exactly, more connections.
You won't be invisible.
What? Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well, you won't be invisible if you have more eyeballs on you.
Well, yeah, because nobody can be invisible. We don't have superpowers ain't real.
I don't know. I think I do see your superpower.
What do you mean? Because I feel like are you doing that thing again?
I think you manage to have thousands and thousands of people looking at you and no one's seeing you.
Nah, dog. What are you talking? Nah. I'm chat and me. We're like this, son. We're like this. Chat and I are locked in. They know me. I know a lot of them.
So maybe big chance I'm wrong, right? You tell me if I'm right or wrong, because you know you not me, okay? But like my theory is that it's pretty hard for other people to feel like they really get to know you, and that's probably. Do you have a relationship? Are you in a romantic relationship?
Not right now, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, I stay out there. I'm in these streets.
My guess would be that the people you date would feel like it's difficult to be very close or intimate with you because there's all this in the way. Would you say that might be something you've been through?
No.
Something that they may have thought?
I mean, if they did, they didn't tell me. All right, chat. That's all we have for today. This has been Trauma Dump with Lou Wilson. We'll see y'all next week when we keep solving the crisis that is mental health with me, Lou Wilson, and my boy Paul Bizarre. Hell yeah.
You want to do this again?
Did we solve? We started solving mental health, but I think we still got a ways to go, and I think Chad loved it. So I say we come back.
Great.
Good night, everybody. Lou Wilson.
Should I go?
Oh no. Well, you can just hang out.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you paid and signed everything. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.